The school year is back in full swing. A lot of kids are saying that they're feeling anxious and stressed out. One survey found that 64% of children ages 9 to 13 say the reason they worry is because of school. So what can you parents do at home? Our Dr. Sue Varma is here to tell us. She is a board-certified psychiatrist and also the author of Practical Optimism.
I just have to jump in and say that that's kind of a funny survey because what else is going on in the lives of 9 to 14-year-olds other than school?
That's true. Siblings,
I suppose.
Parents,
You're right.
Dad, and all his jokes.
Gosh, it's hard to be a kid. You're right. So difficult.
So, Dr. Varma, what are some of the main causes of anxiety in our kids?
Yes. So the anxiety can be anything from bullying in school to conflicts to not being invited to parties or friend groups to academic challenges, right? Like a lot of times kids are not looking forward to, oh my God, I have to speak in front of the class or I have to talk about my essay in school. Or it could be separation anxiety. It could be any number of things, or just generalized anxiety, social anxiety of I don't know how I'm going to make friends. I'm alone at recess. No one asks me to sit with them at lunch.
Yeah, with my older kids, I've definitely dealt with tears over art projects that are not looking good and due tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you the parent that like works on them by themselves?
No, I'm the parent. I'm the parent who's like, it's an art project. Just tell them you were busy. Look, you don't have to. It's fine.
I used to wake up with and see my mom finishing some of my projects.
But so what is the right thing parentally to do when your child's upset, they're pressured, they've tried their best, but they're not happy with the result?
Yes. Look, this is so tricky, and I look at it, homework. And homework, by the way, it causes at least 50 to 60% of kids. It's the #1 cause of stress in children, school-age children. And it's not just stressful for the children, it's stressful for the parents because it puts us back in those days of, oh my God, I have a test. How many of us have had nightmares where you have a test and you can't remember anything? So I think it's an opportunity. Look at homework as an opportunity for connection with your child. Could there be like a fun dessert? Could you be doing it over dinner a little bit, talking about it, planting seeds? For me, I have 2 school-age children, and I look at that as our bonding opportunity. There's a teacher in me. I am a doctor, but I'm a teacher at heart, and I feel like it's an opportunity for me to get a window into their day. What was your school day like? A lot of things come out. Oh, this happened to me at school. This friend said this to me. So homework can be an opportunity for connection. It can be an opportunity for growth, and then that gives you a springboard to say, now I know what to talk to the teacher about. I'm noticing my kid is struggling with reading, with writing, with math, and then you pull the school into it because you have firsthand observed what's going on.
Well, sometimes kids don't want to share what's going on, and you can tell something's off. So what's your advice to parents to try to figure out what's happening and what might be bothering them?
So I really look at the school and the teachers as a team, and you have to work with them and have an open line of communication. So in the very beginning of the school year, have the teacher either email you or you email them and say, I want to be able to stay in touch. Ask your teachers things like, is my child having friends in class? Do they talk too much in class? Are they disruptive? Do they raise their hand? Do they feel shy? Do they take your feedback well? Are they open to criticism? Are they growing? Are they learning? And then the other thing I would say is don't be afraid of school counselors, right? They really have a really interesting role, this line between academic, social, emotional, and it's a safe space for your child to be able to share some of those worries.
That's great advice. Yeah, because I have art teachers in the family, I want to point out that it's not that I don't think art projects are important. It was a piece of art tied to a book report.
Are you trying to clean up your comments
from
earlier?
It's a little cleanup. Please don't dip into my mentions
Clean up on aisle 7.
I value the role of art projects in school. But kids often don't want to talk. I heard another funny story the other day where a mom asked their kindergartner, how was school today? Did you do anything? And they said nothing. And then later they saw a picture of the kid holding a crocodile in class. So it's like, seemed like a big day, but they're not always forthcoming.
Yes. And so that's why it's really important to, you can start with open-ended questions like, how was your day? But then say things like, did you meet any animals in your, did you go to the zoo? Like, be very specific and close-ended questions. Because I know I have boys and they don't like to talk a lot. So.
In our household, who cried today will elicit a very interesting explanation of the day. Tell us about your book and how parents can instill this practical optimism in their kids.
Yeah, so, this really is for everybody, and practical optimism. And there are 8 pillars of it, but what I really like for children is this idea of self-compassion. There's so many studies that show that when kids fail, let's say a math test, if they're able to say that I accept the negative thoughts, I'm mindfully observant of them, but what am I going to do? What is the action? So you don't beat yourself up. Another one is self-efficacy, which says that it's not just your abilities, but it's your confidence in your abilities that are really important. And that comes through mentorship, through getting feedback from people. Another one is practicing healthy habits. So if you have a child that has a phone, they cannot have their phone by the bedside. Exercising, seeing people in person, and being vulnerable with friends. So going up to someone and sharing a little bit about yourself and asking about them.
Dr. Varma, I love when you stop by. If people want to turn this TV segment into a bedside table segment, there is a book. It's called Practical Optimism. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.